So, how do we tell our kids about the divorce? That's a very common question that many parents ask. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can tell your kids about the fact that you're getting divorced without traumatizing the heck out of them. Before I dive into the how to part of telling your kids, if there was one book in the world that I would recommend reading or listening to if you're a parent going through a separation or divorce, I recommend, and in fact, I buy this book for every parent I know, all new parents who are having tiny babies. I buy them this book as a shower gift. And the book is called How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and How to Listen So Kids Will Talk. It is a great book, and discovering the skills in this book improved my communication and relationships everywhere in my life, not just with my kid. The book is by Adele Faber and Elaine Maslish. And essentially, the whole idea about the book is that it allows you to allow your kids to have the feelings that they're going to have. You ever notice when you're at a playground or some kind of other event and all the kids are running around, they're having a great time, and then a child completely bails? They have scratched their knees, they have hurt their eye, who knows what's happened, but they're really hurt. And they cry. They cry like you wouldn't believe. They might even be screaming. And a parent picks them up. It's like, it's okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're good. You're okay. Well, you know what? They're not okay. See, as parents, and I know I was like this, anytime my daughter was upset about anything, I just wanted to make it better right away. So be like, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, you'll be fine. But really, she wanted to share with me how she was feeling. And when that child bails in the park or whatever, and they're really hurt, what about just being with them in that moment and going, wow, this hurts, ouch, and being with them rather than telling them that they're okay when they know that they're not? What I found was when you acknowledge your child's feelings this way, it really launches your relationship to more connectivity and closeness. And so when you are going through a separation and divorce and wondering how you're going to tell your kids about it, well, lo and behold, that book is the number one thing. Let your child have the feelings that they're going to have. Be with them in that. Acknowledge how they're feeling. They might be angry. They might even be selfish. Like little kids would be like, it's all about them. Well, for lots of kids, it's all about them. It's part of it. And the thing is that it's about allowing them, being with them in those moments and allowing them to have those feelings. So that's the first thing you have to say. When you're telling your kids about your divorce, make sure that you allow them to feel the feels. Now, in terms of the key components of how to tell your kids about divorce, well, here they are. And in the attached article, I go much more in depth to the different age groups, 0 to 5, 6 to 10, because every age group is a little bit different in terms of how they might absorb the information. So when you think about how to tell your kids about divorce, you basically have to cover 3 things. That's it. Number 1, that you both love them very, very much. Number 2, that the divorce is not their fault. It's amazing how many kids think that if they were better kids, their parents wouldn't have to separate. Of course, I don't even know in my thousands of people I've represented that anybody has actually separated because of their kids. The third thing is that you want to assure them that they're going to have a continued relationship with each of you. Oh, hey, it's me. Interrupting a little bit because I want videos like this to reach more people. So if you are enjoying what you see, if you're finding it helpful, please hit the subscribe button, which is somewhere up there. And also tell me, what was the biggest takeaway you had with respect to this video? Leave it in the comments below and I will answer every comment, every question, because that's what I do. The point being is that you want to have a clear conversation with your kids so that they can understand it's happening and also be assured that number one, they are loved. They are loved by both of you. Number two, the divorce is not their fault. And number three, that they're going to get to have an ongoing relationship with each of you. In my experience over the years of representing families, thousands of them, through the separation and divorce process, I have only had two cases where the other parent was not able to have a continued relationship with the child. And let's just say those cases were severe as to why the parent would not have an ongoing relationship with the child. Every other case, the child got to have an ongoing relationship with both parents. So when you're thinking about how to tell your kids about getting separated or divorced, a lot of parents think that it's going to be a bad thing or it's going to traumatize them. And again, kids will fare better if you fare well, if you are doing okay. And the more that you can co-parent with the other parent in a way that puts your kids first, or at least reduces the drama, and you learn strategies to ensure that you don't have drama, well, after a bumpy bit, most things settle down, get back to normal, and kids get on with their lives. And the thing to remember, a lot of parents think, well, if we're getting divorced, it's a complete failure and a disservice to the kids. Some people think, hey, we should probably stay together for the sake of the kids. Now, remember, your kids are smart. They're emotionally intelligent in a way that, well, we forgot a long time ago. And thing is that it's possible and maybe even likely that your getting divorced is good for your kids. What I mean by that is that kids learn how to relate to people, what to expect in relationships from their families of origin. And so if you were previously living in a toxic marriage or a cold marriage or one where you fought all the time, you were teaching your kids that that's how life is, that that's the way it should be. And because your kids learn how to live from their families of origin, and it hasn't gone well so far, or it hasn't gone well lately, the opportunity that being separated and getting divorced will give you and your kids can be huge. Maybe your home life is going to be more pleasant, more fun, more easygoing. A powerful way to think about this is to imagine the life you have been living as being the kind of life your kids are going to have. So if you are miserable and not having a good time and in a toxic relationship, well, do you want that for your kids? Probably not. So if you're able to move on from that situation and move towards a more happy, more fulfilled home life, well, would you want that for your kids? Of course you would. So in the article attached, I have included what to say to different ages of kids, and I've made some book recommendations. But my favorite one, like I said, is how to talk so your kids will listen, and how to listen so your kids will talk. This is Val. Much love. If you found this video helpful, and I hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. Because if you do that, then this video will be able to reach more people. And as well, if you want to stay in closer touch with me, please ring the little bell icon so that you can subscribe to this channel. This is Val. Much, much love.